Hello students, today we are going to discuss about human digestive system. As we people are studying about life processes, so the next topic is to deal with human digestive system. So here comes a term. What is digestion? Digestion. Digestion is a process in which breakdown of food particle takes place. Breakdown of food particles means conversion of complex food particle into simpler ones to get energy. That means breaking down of food materials. Here the food materials is broken down into small pieces so that it can be digested easily. So in the human digestive system, there are various organs, there are various glands which are associated in digestive system. So let us recall them. Let us know about the digestive organs and digestive glands. So the digestive organs are number 1, mouth. In mouth, we can say it buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is also known as oral cavity. Oral cavity. The next one is larynx, pharynx, epiglottis, esophagus, stomach. After the stomach is the small intestine, then is the large intestine, and the last one is the anus. Small in stomach, we have 4 parts. First one is cardiac, next one is fundus, then comes the body part, and the last one is pyloric. In the same way, small intestine also comprises of 3 parts. Duodenum, ileum, and jejunum. Large intestine also comprises of 3 parts. Let me rub these. You people just note it down. Ascending colon, descending colon, and transverse colon. One thing I skipped over here is the rectum part. So these are the glands which are associated in digestions. So please note it down in your notebook. Now we will discuss about the digestive glands. We will discuss about the digestive gland. In digestive gland, the very common is the salivary gland. Salivary gland, which secretes saliva, where it is present in our mouth. It is divided into three parts. Means we have three salivary glands in our mouth, which secretes an enzyme known as salivary amylase, which secretes the enzyme known as salivary amylase. So what are the glands? We should know it. Parotid gland, parotid gland, sublingual gland, and submandibular, maxillary gland. So these are the glands which are found in our mouth part, which secretes saliva. Parotid gland is just anterior in both sides, just below the ear. It is in the lower side, in the lower jaw, below your ear. It secretes saliva. Sublingual is just below your tongue, which secretes saliva. Submaxillary is in the beside of the lower jaw again, which secretes saliva and makes your mouth full of saliva, and it secretes a juice known as salivary amylase, which helps in the breakdown of carbohydrate. The next one is liver. Which enzyme does it secretes? It secretes bile juice. Liver secretes bile juice. And the third one is pancreas. Pancreas. Okay, these are the glands. It secretes lipase, trypsin, okay, so these are the associated glands related with or associated with the digestive system. As we discussed, once we should recall it, digestion is the process of breakdown of complex food particles into simple one to get energy from it. The next part was the digestive organs which are related with digestive system. That was the oral cavity. Oral cavity is also known as buccal cavity or the mouth part. The next one was just below it was the pharynx, then larynx, esophagus. Esophagus is also known as food pipe. Below the esophagus was the stomach. After that, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. We will deal each and every topic very nicely. Here, this the length of the length, please note it down in your notebook. The length of the gut, underline it, or alimentary canal, alimentary canal, alimentary canal. The length of the gut or alimentary canal. Alimentary canal means digestive system complete is 9 meter. 9 meter. The length of the small intestine is small intestine is 6 meter. 6 meter means the length of a double stored building. It's not small. It's very much lengthy, but in our abdomen we don't have a abundant space, so it is constricted and it occupies a very small area. So student, as I said you, the length of the alimentary canal or the gut, the length of the small intestine. Now I will tell about the length of the large intestine. The length of the large intestine is the length of the large intestine is 1.5 meter. So here you can ask me a question, or you might be thinking that if the length of the small intestine is larger, then why it is called small intestine? And when the length of the large intestine is smaller, then why it is called large intestine? Here normal question arises in your mind always. So let me explain this. When we see widthwise, I am saying widthwise, the structure is somewhat like this, some like this. So when we see the structure in this widthwise structure of the small intestine, it is somewhat compact, means the width is less here, the width is less here, it is narrower. But when we see the structure of the large intestine, it is somewhat larger like this, means the width is larger here. So according to the width, when we compare it, when we are comparing it, the width of the large intestine is more broader than the small intestine, hence it is known as large intestine and small intestine. Small intestine is very much compactly packed in a small area, because in our abdomen we don't have abundant space. So it has to be filled up, it has to be fixed up, it has to be in a very compacted area. So we will do the beginning with our buccal cavity, because the digestion process first of all starts in our mouth part. In our mouth part, where the mastification of food takes place. So here comes a new term, mastification. Many of you might be knowing and many of you might don't know. It might be a very new word for you people. So let me explain you. Mastification. Mastification means chewing of food. Chewing means breaking it, cutting it, grinding it into smaller and smaller particles so that we can easily swallow it. Here, so the first step was our oral cavity. Oral cavity is also known as buccal cavity. It is also known as buccal cavity, or the mouth part. Mouth is a common English word, but this oral cavity or buccal cavity Oral cavity is a medical term and buccal cavity is a biological term. In oral cavity or buccal cavity, we see few parts. What are the parts? As I have explained you earlier about the salivary glands. Buccal cavity, whatever we have is the teeth. The next one is tongue. And the last one is salivary gland. Teeth, we will discuss in detail now. Let me explain about tongue. Whenever we see tongue, here we have taste buds. This bud, the lower part, is having the sweet bud. Here we can feel the taste of sweet. This is the salty. This is the sour taste. And this part is the bitter taste. Taste buds are present in tongue, which help us to identify the different taste. Okay. Salivary gland, I already explained you, secretes saliva, secretes saliva, and the enzyme salivary amylase. Okay. Now we will read about teeth. We people, we human beings are thecodont. Thecodont means we are having teeth. The study of teeth is known as dentition. The study of teeth is known as dentition, and the person who study about teeth are known as dentist. There are 2 degrees in about teeth. When people want to become a doctor, they can do a bachelor degree or they will do a master degree. The people who are doing bachelor degree are known as BDS. BDS. That means bachelor. Bachelor. It is a graduation degree. Bachelor of dental surgery. Dental surgery. Or MDS. Master. Master of dental surgery. These are the degrees which a person gets to become a doctor of teeth. Okay. So we will read here about teeth. We people we are dephrodont. Dephrodont. Dephrodont means having 2 sets of teeth. 2 sets of teeth. The number 1 is the milk teeth. Milk teeth, which is also known as DCDS teeth, which is further replaced by permanent teeth. Permanent teeth. When we people know, when a baby takes birth, at the age of 6 months or onwards, 6 months till 1.5 years or 2 years, their teeth are coming out, and these teeth last for 4 to 5 years. Again it will fall down and again a new set of teeth will come. So the old teeth, the milk teeth, is replaced by the new permanent teeth, and if again their teeth falls down, it will not come again. So here we human beings are having only 2 sets of teeth. First one is the milk teeth or the deciduous teeth. Later it is replaced by the permanent teeth. Hence we are dephrodont. That means having 2 sets of teeth. Okay. It is in your syllabus. dental formula, these things. So I am discussing it in a very much detail. So we know that we people are having 4 types of teeth. Incisors, canine, premolars, and the last one is molar teeth. Incisor is known as cutting teeth. Canines, tearing teeth. Premolar and molar are known as chick teeth or chewing teeth. It is present in the chick region. The structure is something like this. Here the structure is something like this. So this first incisor teeth helps us in cutting and biting. This canine teeth helps in tearing anything. Chick teeth or chewing teeth, that is the molar and the premolar, help us in chewing. In suppose you are eating chewing gum, you people are eating chewing gum, then you chew it by the help of your chick teeth only. When you are eating a chicken leg piece, then you just tear it by the help of canine teeth. And suppose someone is giving you a chocolate, dairy milk, then you just bite it by the help of incisor teeth. So these are the function of the teeth. The number of teeth in the upper jaw is always same as in the lower jaw. That means the number of teeth will be equal in the upper jaw as well as in the lower jaw. So the number of teeth is 2. Incisor 2 pair, canine 1 pair, premolar again 2 pair, and this one will be, the molar will be 3 pair. So here you can make it 3 also. 2 we can make it in a diagram according to our diagram. So the number of teeth is always equal in the upper jaw and the lower jaw. So we got a formula over here, that is a dental formula. 2 number of incisor teeth, number of canine, number of premolar and number of molar. By, don't divide it. 2, 1, 2, 3. It is a dental formula. Neither we have to divide, nothing we have to do. It is a formula, just remember it. 2, 1, 2, 3 by 2, 1, 2, 3. It means number of incisor 2 pair, number of canine 1 pair, number of premolar again 2 pair, number of molar again 3 pair. Same, it is, suppose it is the upper jaw and this is the lower jaw, the same number of teeth will be present in both the jaw. So we got a dental formula over here, that is the number of teeth is always equal in both the jaw. So it was about your buccal cavity or oral cavity, and it is a very much important part which has been tearing, biting and crunching of food particles. So students, for today this much only. The digestive system I will explain in the next video. It is a very lengthy process. You have to understand very properly. So I will explain you in the next video. You people write it down, note it down, read it. Having any doubt, please ask. Okay, thank you.